Hi, it's Dawud Islam from the Elite Tigers Group here, and welcome to my video mentorship coaching program. In this series of videos, I'll be training you in different aspects of affiliate and internet marketing. So if you like the sound of that, do hit on the subscribe button underneath this video and you will be informed every time that I bring a new video out. Now, in this lesson, I want to talk about something really important and for me really surprising that I learned when I started succeeding in internet and affiliate marketing, and in particular affiliate marketing, because this particular episode is really about succeeding in affiliate marketing. Now, whenever I've followed this technique, if you like, it's really a course, I suppose, rather than a technique in itself. When I followed this advice, that's the best thing to say. When I followed this advice, I have been more successful than when I've neglected it. And probably the less that I've followed this advice, the more likely I have been to hit particular roadblocks on my journey. Now, this is the surprising piece of knowledge, and it's a fairly simple piece of knowledge, but when I first heard it, I was surprised. Now, as you probably know, one of my main mentors is a guy called Jono Armstrong, and he runs one of the high-ticket mentorship programs that I'm a member of called Project Profit Academy, and I've learned an awful lot from him. Now, I'm not here to actually promote that particular program. There isn't even a link underneath this video to that. So don't worry, it's not a sales video for PPA. But what it is one thing that he told me quite early on when I started following his trainings, before I'd actually signed up as a member of his academy, that actually really surprised me. Now, I would assume that someone like Jono, who at the time was already well on the way to $100,000 a month, in fact, he was probably just about to hit it at the time that I just started to jump on board with some of his trainings. And what he told me was that of his working day, such as it is, you know, some days he works short working days. Obviously, he's got enough money that he can afford to. But other times he does still work quite hard. And during the periods where he's working, even at the stage he is at now, which is obviously now it's a figure of $150,000 a month, and he's still following this technique to this day. He still spends, in a typical working day, however long that working day is going to be, 60 to 70% of that time on training, and only 30 to 40% on actually putting into practice whatever he's actually working on. So whether that's, recording review videos for products that he's promoting, or putting new products together, or doing training for his students in his academy, or mailing to his mailing list, all of that would come into the category of the work side of things, but he still has the balance where 60 to 70% of his working day is spent on training. And that actually quite surprised and probably shocked me, because I thought someone that has achieved so much and has got to that stage in their internet and affiliate marketing journey, why is he doing that? And so I had some conversations with him about this actually online, and he said that the only reason that he's done this is by religiously following this method, because he's always improving his techniques further. He's always looking for new income streams. He's always looking for new ideas that he can use to develop into a new product. You can never have too much money, right? Because, even if you're not particularly money driven, then there are always positive things that you can do with that money. So, having abundance is never a bad thing. What you do with that money is what defines you as a person as an individual. But having money in and of itself is not a bad thing. So he continues to this day to spend at least 60% of his working day on researching, doing training courses and new things that he doesn't already know. Now, obviously, there isn't all that much now that he doesn't know, but he's still searching. He's still a seeker for more knowledge that can open yet another income stream, that can find yet another technique to drive his business forward. And so, to a lesser or more successful degree, this is the technique that I've started to try and follow. Now, one of the things that I've started to do is to make sure that I set a bit of time aside in each working day. And again, I never stick to this. So don't think that I'm sort of some model of perfection where I do everything that I preach. I practice what I preach, because I don't. You know, I make mistakes like you all do. But I try and organize myself to stick to a plan. And one thing that I've started doing is I like to actually have a hard copy of a book that I can study and learn from, as well as the usual products and online courses and all the rest of it. Because I think that whatever you're doing, if you're doing something online, or at least this is the way it works with me, whether I'm looking at something on a mobile, on a tablet, or on my main computer, I will get distracted at some point by some or other push notification that comes in. Something will happen, something will pop up on my screen, and it will take me away from what I'm doing. So the only way that I can full on focus is to switch all the electrics off, and actually just take myself away from the computer completely and actually start looking at some physical books. So I wanted to share with you just some of the stuff that I've been studying recently, and I think there are little nuggets in lots of them. Now, again, I don't have an Amazon affiliate account. I'm not doing e-commerce at all at the moment, although I probably should be opening income streams up in that area. So I'm not on commission for any of these books. These are purely books that I've personally purchased. I haven't received review copies or anything like that. And I just want to share with you some of the things. This would be a pretty good collection for you to start off with, folks, if you want to start learning about internet and affiliate marketing. Okay, the first one is this one, The 10X Rule by Grant Cardone. All right, the only difference between success and failure. Okay, in here you'll find all sorts of nuggets of information. So that is my recommendation number one. There are going to be quite a few of these, folks. You can always pause the video and write it down. Right, the next one. Now, solo ads is one of the things that you can make a lot of money from in this business if you do it right, and it's very easy to do it wrong. Now, one of probably the king of the solo ads is Iger Kefitz, and he brought out a book this year actually called List Building Lifestyle, Confessions of an Email Millionaire by Iger Kefitz. So if you're into building a huge email marketing list, then that would be a pretty good starting point. So for those of you into list building that realize the value of an email marketing list, that is going to be my recommendation for you there. Again, on the similar theme, one of my favourite Irish marketers, I'm actually going to mention two on this video, is a guy called John Mulry. And this is actually a really cool book because it's very well illustrated. I don't know if you can see this on this video. You can see this is a fully illustrated book throughout, which is nice for those of you that don't like plain text. And this is Renegade Email Marketing, by John Mulry. There's his name at the bottom there. And this is actually a really cool and quirky email marketing guide. So I actually highly recommend this one as my other email marketing and list building guide. If you're into info publishing, that would be making money from information products, then a British marketer called Nick James is one of the fellas that I would recommend. And this is his latest release, or one of his latest releases, 6 Figures a Year in Info Publishing, How to Start Your Own 100K a Year Online Business by Nick James. And again, he's a multi-millionaire, and this is like... it's got loads and loads of little nuggets. You can almost just nip in and out of any single page here and get nuggets of information. So again, this is a highly recommended book. I know I'm talking about quite a few British entrepreneurs here, and I apologize for that. I have got some American ones coming up as well. Obviously I know the UK market quite well, and I know who these people are, so I tend to recommend them. Another one with his internet business school is this guy called Simon Coulson, and his book is Intrapreneur: The Secrets of My Journey to Becoming an Internet Millionaire. There he is. He's got even less hair than me, as you can see, but that hasn't stopped him making money, so don't worry if you're balding. There he is, and he lives out in Kent, and this is again a really good book. His internet business school project that I was involved with myself for a while, and I highly recommend Simon and all of his online courses as well. And again, there are no links to them or anything. That is just a personal recommendation from me. Another one, if you want a sort of a compendium of loads and loads of different stories from super affiliates, then one of the best places to go to get it is from this compilation book, which is Rise of the JVZoo Superheroes. Yeah. So JVZoo, if you're brand new and you don't know, then JVZoo is one of the 3 main affiliate platforms that you can sell products from. The other 2 are Warrior Plus and ClickBank. And this is put together by Laura Castleman, who's the CEO of JVZoo. But it contains loads and loads of case studies, if you like case studies, from it's like a who's who of internet marketing superstars in here, yeah. And you will get loads and loads of different stories, different case studies of how people succeeded with a particular product launch or succeeded making money as an affiliate marketer. So again, you know, the more you read this stuff, the more things that you cannot fail to pick up. All right. Another online marketer who I admire is a guy called Anik Singhal, and this is his book that I recommend again. Anik Singhal, Escape: The 4 Stages of Becoming a Successful Entrepreneur. You may have seen Anik online. He's heavily promoted his particular training program, but again, this is another book that I think that you'll enjoy. Now, as well as Project Profit Academy, the other high ticket mentorship that I'm a member of is by another British marketer. Sorry again that they're all UK based. A guy called John Thornhill, who's from the northeast of England, and his Partnership to Success program. Now, he actually recommended me this book, and this actually again amplifies another lesson that John O. Armstrong taught me, and which will actually be the subject of another one of these training videos. But he recommended this book, which basically expounds that method, and this is called The Go-Giver, and this is a little story about a powerful business idea by Bob Berg and John David Mann. This one is actually really easy to get hold of. Don't know if you can see that. Now, this teaches a technique that that Jono actually calls the #1 secret to affiliate marketing. Yeah, what's being taught in this book, and part of that is actually this video. You know, this video is actually created partly because of the techniques that's expounded in this The Go-Giver book. So this is actually a really short read. A lot of these books actually you can read in a pretty short time. You could read this one in a day's reading, or even half a day's reading. It's not very long at all. And because it's written in a story style, it's actually very nice to read. It reads like a novel. A couple of books now that I recommend from the creator of ClickFunnels, who a lot of you will know, which is a guy called Russell Brunson. ClickFunnels is the best funnel building, page building site that there is. The first one is .com Secrets. A lot of you will already know these books by Russell Brunson. The Underground Playbook for Growing Your Company Online. So that is the first one of Russell's books that I recommend. And the second one is Expert Secrets, again by Russell Brunson. The Underground Playbook for Creating a Mass Movement of People Who Will Pay for Your Advice. So these are two books that I would heavily recommend that you pick up. And the final regular book is by Gary Vaynerchuk, and that is Crushing It. And that's how great entrepreneurs build their business and influence, and how you can too. And again, I pretty much guarantee that every one of these books that you read, you will pick up at least one significant idea from each of them. And in most cases, you'll probably actually pick up several. And that's what I'm talking about, knowledge. Now, obviously, you need to do online research on a daily basis as well. But the key thing to take from this, is that 50% of your working day, I would say at least, if you're going to succeed in affiliate and internet marketing, it has to be spent on learning stuff. Obviously you want to strike the balance. You don't want to just procrastinate. So some people just, they're professional training course takers, if that makes sense. All they do is buy products and learn stuff, and then they never put it into action. Well, that's complete rubbish, obviously. You have to put into action the stuff that you do actually learn, but you do have to make time to learn it and learn it properly. What happens often when people buy affiliate products is that they'll buy it and they'll watch the first couple of videos and they say, oh, that sounds too difficult, or I can't do that. And then they'll just discard it and move on to the next shiny object. That's rubbish as well. If you've invested in a course, firstly, make sure that it's the right course for you. So hopefully, you don't waste your money because you're buying something that's good. So make sure that you've watched a review video where they've actually taken you into the membership area and you see exactly what you're getting and you're not being sold it blind. Most sales pages will do what's called blind selling. So when you get taken directly to a sales page, they will tell you the financial results, what you're going to achieve with the method. They'll tell you that it's newbie friendly, it's easy to do, and all of this malarkey, but they won't actually show you exactly what the method is, what it entails. So that's what I'm calling, that's a blind sale. You're buying it blind. Now, if you watch a good review video, and that's why you should always watch 2 or 3 video reviews for each product as well to compare the bonuses, of course. But when you watch a good review video, in that review video, they should actually take you into the members area and show you what the product is all about. So you've got more of an idea of exactly what it is that you're purchasing. Then you can make a reasoned decision. And then having done that, make sure that you then do the training and implement the training from that particular review video. Now, the last book that I want to mention is The Other Irish Marketer that I was talking about. And this one is a little bit different because it's a lot more expensive than all of the others. Most of these other books, depending on whether they're hardback or paperback, obviously you're talking about anywhere from about $7 through to about $20 for the hardback books. Now, this one is like what I would describe as like an encyclopedia of internet and affiliate marketing, and it's just been bought out fairly recently. And this is Kevin Fahey and his IM Checklist Silver Edition. I don't know if you can see how thick this is, 248 step-by-step marketing checklists. Now, Kevin's a very successful internet marketer and a super affiliate, and he has been bringing out a series of monthly checklists. He's got another one due out any day now, which is a series of checklists broken down for any different aspect of affiliate and internet marketing. So he covers a different subject on each checklist. Now, the first, I think, 12 volumes are actually included in this encyclopedia. It may even be more than that. Let me have a look here. It's actually more than that. Sorry, folks, I'm doing him short there. Let's have a look. Volume, no. Just bear with me, folks. You can tell I haven't prepared for this. 12 volumes. So these are the first 12 volumes of his checklist series. Now, you can see in here that he breaks absolutely everything down and gives you tasks to perform for each particular checklist. So what this turns into is like a complete how-to for any particular aspect. So like this particular chapter that I'm looking at now, checklist 11, is on Canva design, and it shows you how to use the design platform Canva to make sort of logos, thumbnails for review videos and all of that. And it breaks down absolutely everything in a series of checklists. So, for example, checklist number 1 is just on creating your Canva account, yeah? And that has got, just on its own, 7 different tasks to perform just for setting your account up. So that's how in-depth this is, yeah? So if you are interested in a complete sort of encyclopedia on internet and affiliate marketing, then I would strongly recommend that you pick this one up. Now, this is the only one that I am going to leave a link to, just because I think it's like a good reference book that you could sort of keep on your desk, and whenever you want to perform a different task, all you need to do is go and work your way through the checklists. And then the other 2 things that I'm going to include, because obviously people are going to say, well, where can I get training when I'm on a budget? And as I said at the start of this video, I'm not actually going to use this to push the 2 high-ticket mentorship programs that I'm in. So I'm going to recommend 2 programs to you, and I'll put the links for those underneath. Now, the first one is Kevin's own program, which is called Lazy Affiliate Method, yeah? And that shows you a really easy method that you can run from start to finish, and it takes you through all of the aspects that you need to get set up in affiliate marketing. He will walk you through and show you absolutely everything that you need to get up and running in affiliate marketing. And the other one, and the reason I include this is because sometimes people are put off by learning from super affiliates because they think, well, these people are like so far above me in their internet marketing journey that I couldn't possibly emulate their success. And I can sort of understand where that thinking comes from. So what I'm also including is a link to a course from a guy called Dan Mahidi Jr. and his course called Trigger. Now, Dan actually is a guy in his late 50s or mid 50s. I'm probably being unfair to that because he's younger than me. I'm in my late 50s. But Dan actually only just got started in internet marketing less than a year ago, or about maybe just over a year ago, something like that. And he is not a super affiliate yet. He earns less than me. I'll be quite straightforward with you on that. And he would admit that. But Dan has done everything from scratch and learned himself after making all of the mistakes. And so he has then put together a course for people that are at a really basic level and want to get to that next level, to get to that intermediate level like he has, of earning a 4-figure monthly income. And he has again broken everything down. So if you want to learn from someone who's just like a regular guy who hasn't made it big yet and has made the same mistakes that you have made or in the past maybe online, then it would be really good to learn from someone like Dan, who's like a mid-level mentor. So I've actually put the 2 of them below because they are different sorts of techniques. So if you want to fast track your efforts, then I would recommend actually taking both of these programs, because you can obviously then take again different snippets out of it. And again, I would keep this video and as many of those books that you can afford to pick up, I would work your way through them. And if you do want to pick up that encyclopedia, this Kevin Fahey encyclopedia, then again save the link to that. As I said, it's expensive. It's a 3-figure sum to buy this, and again, I wasn't sent a review copy. I've actually paid cash for this, yeah, because I knew the value of it as a reference work. So I hope that you found that useful, folks. If you have, do please like the video, because that will help push it up the rankings even more. We'll be doing, obviously, videos on ranking YouTube videos and stuff like that later. But I hope you've enjoyed this video mentorship coaching program video. And you will find that if you do stick to this method and dedicate at least half of your time each day to training, then over a period of time, you will see your results spiral. So, I was doing okay in internet marketing, and then I took a pause towards the end of last year, probably about November, December time, when I started concentrating on training again. I hadn't really done any for about a year. Yeah. I'd just been going on my own merry way with a particular plan that I had and that I was following, and I was earning money from it, but I wasn't earning as much as I wanted to. As soon as I took the time out and started concentrating on training for a couple of months, then I saw my results start to spiral. And whenever I've stopped learning, I've hit another wall, you know, when I've just thought, okay, I know what I'm doing now, I'll just carry on and get on with it, yeah? That's a mistake, folks, yeah? Because whenever I've done that, I have ended up crashing into a wall, yeah? And then I've had to take time out again and see an income dip during that period while I've sort of gone back over maybe stuff that I wasn't doing quite right, and then I've, you know, had to relearn more stuff. If I'd just applied Jono's method and kept doing training every day as I was going, then I wouldn't have got myself into these sort of stop-start brick walls, yeah? Now, don't get me wrong, my trajectory of earnings has been up the whole time, yeah? So, it has still kept increasing, but the level of increase and the plateaus, you know, have been worse than they should have been if I'd actually followed my own advice. Yeah. So that is the lesson for today. As I said, I hope that you will click on the subscribe button, click on the like button, and I will see you next time with the Elite Tigers Group video mentorship coaching program. Thanks for listening and watching.